So today's video is going to be about my March favorites, things I've been loving throughout the whole month, and then also I've sprinkled in a few things that I've been using forever. These are all non-toxic, clean beauty products, and just a few of the things I've been really enjoying this month. So the first thing that I've been really enjoying is this Kinship Cleanser. So this I've been using AM and PM. I actually really like it as a morning cleanser. I used to not morning cleanse because I didn't think it would be good for my dry skin. But this is kind of like a cream gel consistency, so it's not drying for the skin. It's really great for all skin types. If you're younger, if you're a teenager, this is a really great starting off cleanser. I love the smell of it. It's got a really nice fresh papaya smell. And I also use it at night, but I use it as a second cleanser after an oil cleanser because it doesn't really do a good job of removing intense makeup, which you know, some people could say that I wear a little bit more makeup, so I like to use an oil cleanser and then I use it as a second cleanse after that. It can remove lighter makeup, so just keep that in mind depending on if you wear makeup or not. I've also been really enjoying this Kinship SPF. So I went to Hawaii earlier this month and I did not fry my face, which was awesome. I have been to Hawaii before and really had a lot of damage. So this year I was like, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. So I got this sunscreen. I really love it because it has kind of a reflex in it. So it's a little bit dewy if you like that. And I found that it blended into the skin really nicely. It's a mineral-based SPF, so there's no chemicals in there. It's reef safe. It also has probiotics in the formula too. So overall, I think that this sunscreen has been one of my favorite sunscreens ever. A lot of SPFs, a lot of mineral-based SPFs tend to leave a white cast on the skin, and this one really doesn't. So you can see this is what it looks like, and then blend it into my hand. So you can see that that has a really pretty luminous glow to it and compared to my other hand. So it's really pretty. Another brand that I've been really enjoying is the Credo brand. So this is from Canada. This is a brand that not that many people know about, but this spray is one of my favorite hydration sprays ever. So I use it to set my face after makeup. I use it throughout the day as a skin refresher. I also use this in my mask because it has silver in this, and silver is a really great antibacterial property. So if you have maskne or whatever, I think it's really great for that area on the skin that gets congested. So this is one of my favorites because it's full of antibacterial minerals. There's also copper in here, there's blue malachite, algae. It's full of really interesting ingredients and it has a really nice vanilla smell. So I enjoy the spritz of it. It doesn't spit at your face. It has a really nice mist. So hands down, my favorite spray. So along with that, I also use the Green Cream Moisturizer. So this right here is actually, I think they renamed it to Phyto Clear, and this is great for somebody who has congestion in their skin. If you are experiencing that maskne, this is really, really great for congested skin because it has two different forms of retinol in here. So there is a moth bean extract, and then there's also bakuchiol. So both of those are plant-derived retinol alternatives. So it's not going to cause irritation on the skin. It's not going to cause that dry flakiness that retinol tends to do. This is actually not photosensitive, and you can use it and layer it with other products. It's totally fine to use. This is also great for somebody who has more oily skin because it has more of a matte finish to it, and really helps with balancing out oil production as a whole. So another moisturizer for people who have drier skin is the Moon Juice Cosmic Cream. So I have drier skin. I've been using this, basically just like saturating my face with this stuff. It feels like pillows on the skin. I love the texture of it, and it makes the skin really dewy and glowy. This is a water-based moisturizer. Which usually is something that I steer away from, but I actually really, really enjoy this moisturizer. It has silver ear mushroom in there, and the silver ear is basically a hyaluronic acid natural version of a hyaluronic acid. So I've just been really enjoying this for ultra dry skin. It looks amazing. It's great for somebody with sensitive skin, and you can mix it with your serums or oils or whatever. I use it AM and PM, and I have nothing bad to say about it. Another product I've been using is this LC Serum. So they changed their packaging. This is an older packaging. And the reason that I love this brand is they're all about keeping it simple. So ingredient lists are very pure, really simplistic, high quality ingredients. The first ingredient in here is squalene oil, and it's a plant-derived squalene. So this is really great for somebody with oily skin as well, because the texture of it isn't too heavy. It's very light on the skin. But it's great for balancing out oil production. I've been using this AM and PM alongside my Moon Juice moisturizer. I do use this sometimes by itself. I love it because it absorbs very easily into my skin. So as far as eye creams go, so if you have fine lines and wrinkles, this is definitely going to be the option you'd want to take. I find that even with my sensitive under eyes, I don't have issues with this. I did notice a difference in fine lines. I've been noticing that as I've gotten a little bit older, underneath the eyes especially, just like these small little lines, and this has been making a pretty big difference. So there are clinical results for this. About like 8 to 12 weeks, you'll notice a big difference if you use it consistently. Another product that I absolutely love that I've been using for years is the Goop Glow Powder. So it's this right here. I have a few boxes actually in storage because I make sure that I stock up on these. They are individual packets. You mix it into water and you drink it. I like to call these clean versions of emergency, so it's really great for if you're starting to get sick. And you just mix it into water. Usually I wait about maybe a minute or two before I actually stir it, because sometimes I've noticed that it clumps up and it's a little hard to stir at first, so I like to wait a few minutes before I actually stir it. But these I use as kind of a pre-workout because it gives you a little energy boost. There's some B vitamins in there, and then there's also vitamin C and E, CoQ10, there's a grapeseed extract, so it's full of really great skincare ingredients, and it's all about the internal, making sure everything's going well internally so that you look good externally. And then of course I have to talk about hands because you know, we are in COVID time, so one of my favorite hand sanitizers is this Credo hand sanitizer. I love this because it smells amazing. It does not smell like that tequila, terrible smell that typical hand sanitizers smell like. It smells like vanilla and bergamot, and then it just like sprays out. So it has a really nice texture to it. It doesn't pill up on the skin, and this is, I believe, like 62% alcohol, so it's a pretty good alcohol content. And then there is the vanilla fruit and bergamot in there, so it smells really nice. And I think this is only $8. And then to go alongside that, I have been experiencing drier hands lately because we were washing our hands so much. One of my all-time favorite hand creams is the Grown Alchemist hand cream. So this is the soothing hand cream with cactus, and the cactus that's in there actually helps to retain the moisture. So even after you wash your hands, you still have moisture in your skin from the cactus extract that's in there. So I think that's like one of their unique ingredients in the formula, but I have quite a few of these on hand too. I think Grown Alchemist is one of those brands that you could use everything in the brand. I think it's just a really great brand. So moving on to fragrance, I have 2 fragrances that I've been using this month, partly because I was in Hawaii, so I did use Salt a lot. This is a really nice scent for if you're by the ocean. I feel like it amplifies the smell of it when you put it on and you get into the ocean. It just has this like perfect beachy ocean smell to it. And I actually wanted to make sure that I only used it in Hawaii so that when I smell it again, it will make me think of that. So I've been loving Dylan by Rosie Jane. This has a really clean smell to it. It's unisex, can be layered with other scents. I want to say there's a little bit of cedar in here, and it just has a really clean, like Palo Santo cedar smell, and I actually really like to mix these two together. So another staple that I always have is a body scrub. So this is the body scrub I'm currently using. This is the Amethyst by Herbivore. This is hands down my favorite body scrub out there. I have tried so many body scrubs. Sometimes they're not exfoliating enough, like it doesn't feel like it's actually, you know, really getting in there and scrubbing. And this one is the perfect amount. I actually love this one, and they also just released a coconut milk body scrub, and I love the smell of that one too. So these two are definitely some of my favorite scrubs out there. This is what it looks like. So it's really pretty, and glass packaging, and then it leaves your skin feeling super soft. So moving on to makeup, I'm going to talk about Jones Road. So Jones Road is a new brand that Bobbi Brown just released. That's a clean brand, and she released these face pencils earlier this year, and I actually really enjoy using these. There's shade 13 and shade 7, which are kind of what I've been using lately. Shade 13 is actually an under eye corrector. So it's got this salmon color to it, and you use it as a color corrector under the eye before you go in with concealer. There really aren't many of these in the clean beauty world, so this is huge. And then also you can layer over top the color corrector with the concealer shade. I am going to go into detail about Jones Road in the future, just to talk more about their stuff and all of that, but I do really enjoy these face pencils right now as a foundation, and it's really lightweight. For people who don't like to wear foundation, this is a great option because you can just put it on wherever you feel like you have a little discoloration or unevenness. These have been some of my favorite clean foundations lately. Another bronzer I've been using for a while, and as we transition into summer, is the Kosas bronzer right here. I'm using the shade medium, and I have it on my skin right now. It's super natural looking. I also use it on the eyes as an eyeshadow. This has quickly become one of my favorite bronzers. Lots of people compliment my skin when I'm wearing it. Another thing I want to mention, this is an all-time staple, I've been using this for years, is the RMS Champagne Rosé Luminizer. So this is a dewy, glowy highlight. It looks super natural on the skin. I'm wearing it as a highlight today, and I like this color specifically because I think the Living Luminizer has a little too much frost to it. So this has a little bit deeper of a shade to it. It's more translucent than the Living Luminizer and more dewy, I would say. You can mix this into your foundation. You could put it on your eyelids as like a wet glossy eyelid. Put a little bit on the Cupid's bow, on the nose. There's so many ways to use this. This is an essential. I don't think I'll be able to do my makeup without this product. The RMS Champagne Rosé Luminizer is the best. And then for my lips, I have the PYT Clear Gloss. It doesn't really look that clear anymore because sometimes I like mix my with my lip liner and this kind of mixed together. And the lip liner that I use is the RMS Nighttime Nude. This has been the perfect nude that's a little deeper than your lip color, so it doesn't wash out your lips, but still looks really natural. So I use this combination. I really am not a lipstick wearer. I love to do a clear gloss and just kind of like lightly fill in my lips with this lip liner. So these two are essentials. And then just to finish off with a random thing that I love these little hair clips right here. So everybody's been using these. It's like the next best thing. I have quite a few of them. I got them off of Etsy, and I'll attach the Etsy account below. $3 each, and you can find really cute ones. And I've just been I literally use these every single day. I think it was like well worth $3. So that concludes my March favorites. If you have any questions about anything, or if you try out something, let me know. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and hopefully you enjoyed this video.